The arena hummed with anticipation. But beneath the lights and roaring crowd, there was something different in the air tonight. Uncertainty. This wasn't just another main event. This was a moment people didn't quite know how to judge. Dave the Animal Bautista had lived a life in front of millions. Championships, fame, Hollywood. He had already conquered worlds most fighters only dream of touching. But none of that mattered now. Because tonight, he was starting from zero. For months, Bautista had vanished into the grind. No scripts, no choreography, just brutal training sessions, endless conditioning, and the unforgiving discipline of mixed martial arts. He admitted it openly. This was the hardest challenge of his life. And it showed. At 43 years old, stepping into a cage for the first time wasn't just bold, it was dangerous. Across from him stood Vince Lucero, a man built from experience, a veteran of over 40 fights. Lucero wasn't here for spectacle. He was here to test the newcomer and expose him if he could. The contrast couldn't have been sharper. Fame versus grit, power versus experience, unknown versus proven. As the introductions echoed through the arena, the crowd leaned in. Bautista stood tall, physically imposing, every inch the powerhouse people expected. But fights aren't won on appearance. They're won in moments of pressure. And as the cage door shut, and the referee stepped in, one question hung over everything. Was this a dream debut, or a harsh reality waiting to unfold? The answer was seconds away. The bell rang, and instantly, reality struck. Lucero exploded forward with zero hesitation, firing heavy right hands that cut through the tension like a warning. Bautista barely had time to settle before he was hit clean. Once, twice, then again. The veteran wasn't testing him, he was attacking. Bautista's guard came up, but the timing wasn't there yet. His back edged toward the cage as Lucero poured on pressure, throwing combinations with the confidence of a man who had been here many times before. The crowd reacted immediately. This was danger. For a moment, Bautista looked exactly like what he was, a debut fighter facing real combat for the first time. The shots were landing, and the nerves he spoke about, they were visible. But he didn't fold. Instead, he absorbed, adjusted, waited. A clinch slowed the chaos, a breath, a reset, and then everything changed. Bautista dropped levels and drove forward with raw force. Takedown. The arena erupted. Just like that, the momentum shifted. Now on top, Bautista looked composed. The panic disappeared, replaced by focus. Months of grappling training came alive as he controlled Lucero's body, keeping him grounded and limiting his movement. Then came the strikes. Short at first, testing, then heavier, more confident. Lucero tried to defend, but the pressure was building. Bautista advanced position, stabilizing himself before unleashing a series of hammer fists that began to echo through the arena. This was no longer survival, this was control. With every passing second, the weight of Bautista's offense grew heavier. Punch after punch crashed down, each one chipping away at Lucero's defense. The veteran tried to cover up, tried to move, but there was no space left. Bautista had locked him in. The referee circled closer, eyes sharp, watching for any sign of intelligent defense. The crowd rose to its feet, sensing the finish before it came. And then, a final barrage. Unanswered, relentless. The referee stepped in. It was over. Dave Bautista had won his professional MMA debut by TKO. The arena exploded, but the moment wasn't clean. Emotions spilled over instantly. Words were exchanged. Frustration, adrenaline, pride, all colliding in the aftermath of battle. Because this wasn't just a win. This was release. Moments later, standing in the cage, Bautista told the truth. No ego, no illusion. He admitted he was nervous. Admitted he got rocked early. Admitted for a brief moment he didn't have control. But he didn't quit. And that's what defined the night. Not perfection, not dominance from start to finish, but resilience. At 43, stepping into a new world where nothing is guaranteed, Bautista proved something far more important than skill. He proved heart. Because when the pressure hit, when the moment became real, he didn't run from it. He fought through it. And in doing so, Dave the Animal Bautista didn't just win a fight. He earned his place in it.